Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for August 10th to the 24th. We're going to look at the period for August 10th to the 14th. And this is what we have here. We start off with an amplified flow as this trough here of the northern states. Then as we get to the end of the period, you can see what we have is mostly a zone of flow, broad trough covering much of the southern states. But if you look at the GFS, it has a trough in the northwest. Now, we're going to take a look at the temperature forecast for this period. We go to the 10th at 2 p.m. and you see we have temperatures in the low to mid-90s across the parts of New York City, low 100s here across the plains and in the valleys of California. Then we go to 2 p.m. on Sunday. You see we still have low 100s or near 100 here, low 100s in the valleys of California. Temperatures are in the low 90s here, parts of New York City. Then we go to Tuesday, 2 p.m. And we have low 90s here, parts of New York City. And then the temperature's kind of cool, a few degrees here, still remaining near 100. All right. So another area we're watching is the rainfall forecast. And this is what we're forecasting across the southeast. And you look at rainfall amounts look to be mostly under an inch. But still, this is an area that doesn't need any more rain, even though it's lighter amounts than what they've been getting. Okay, we're going to look at the period for August 15th to the 19th. And what we have here is generally a zone of flow. The ensembles are in a good agreement. Here's the European ensembles and the GFS ensembles. But if you look at the operational, they kind of still have a trough here. Then we look at the GFS, still a little bit of a trough here. Stronger ridge here in the eastern states. So for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here with the anomalies are 2 to 4 degrees below normal, above normal temperatures here with the anomalies that could be up to 8 degrees above normal, some locations in this area in orange. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%. We're going to look at the period for August 20th to 24th. GFS still has a trough here, a little bit of trough offshore. The ensembles, a little weakness, or you could say here across the southeast. GFS has more of an upper low or some our trough here. And then we look at the European ensembles, strong ridge in the four corners, generally a zone of flow. So for this forecast, for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country. Calling for our numbers to be near 8 degrees above normal, mainly in the orange or in the red areas. And for precipitation, calling for a little change in the precipitation anomaly forecast from the previous period. Okay, that's it for now. That is the long-range weather forecast discussion for August 10th to 24th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.